Welcome into another edition of Diamond Talk on the Southeastern Sports Network. Now joined by Coach Zach Crabtree. Coach, last week another home series win against a good Harding squad. You guys were able to take 2 of 3 plus a non-conference game against East Central. It's nice winning 3 out of 4 in a week.
Oh, for sure. You take a 750 winning percentage any day. Our guys, we come off that series loss to Arkansas Tech and kind of responded well. We went to East Central and played. It was very cold and windy and found a way to win there. And then came back home. We knew it was going to be a big series. And it was 2 very evenly matched teams that went at it. And I think after 3 games, we both had the same amount of runs total. You know, we just was lucky enough to win 2 out of the 3.
Of course, you have double-digit hits in the 2 wins. And the one thing I noticed in looking at the box score, you guys fell behind early in both of your wins and were able to overcome that. That's got to give you some sense of confidence just to see your kids persevere like that. I mean, I know they got out in front once in the top of the first 6-0, yet you guys come back and win that game.
Yeah, our guys really showed some resiliency and some fight and a lot of heart. You know, they never quit. They never got down on each other, and especially Game 3 was down 6-0, and they sent 11 guys to the plate in the first inning, and our guys just kept battling, and you know, we struck for 3, and then we hung around there, and it was 3-6 for a while, and I think it was 7-3, and then we struck for 2 more, and then we scored a couple more, and then had a chance late. They made a couple really good plays in the 7th and 8th inning that saved their third baseman that saved them a couple runs, and you know, what was really, it was just, as a coach, it was good to see the fight that we had. Because, like I said, Harding's a very good ball club, and they didn't give us much. We had to fight, and we had 3 freshmen really step up on the mound this weekend and did an outstanding job. And, you know, you get guys like that growing up and seeing what they can do now, but what they're going to bring to the table in the future, you know, as true freshmen coming in and pitching. And so we had, I think, 7 2/3 innings from true freshmen pitching in Game 3 that kept it where it was at and gave us a chance to win, you know. So it was a great team effort. That's what I told our guys. You know, you take any series win you can, especially against teams that are evenly matched and picked ahead of you in the conference, and our guys just kept fighting until we found a way to win.
Now, with that this week, and we've talked about the weather a little bit, but you miss out on a non-conference game early in the week. Baseball guys typically don't like practice. Baseball guys typically like to play. Does not, you know, this has been a couple of weeks now in a row that you've had that early game of the week rained out. Does that present any challenges for you as a coach to keep guys focused?
Well, what it does is it keeps us from getting some guys innings on the mound. Our hitters, you know, we'd love for them to get in some at-bats and let some guys that don't start all the time get some at-bats. But the main thing is those arms that you may need in relief during the weekend that don't get to throw against live competition on Tuesday. But for us, you know, one thing that we were going to try to do today is we got to figure out what we're not doing or what we're doing wrong for us not to be coming out of the gates. You know, like you said, I think 4 out of the last 7 or 5 out of the last 7 games we've got behind in the first inning. And we talked about that after the game on Saturday and how we responded and showed resiliency and came back and win. But as a team and as a coaching staff, most importantly, we got to figure out what we're not doing or what we're not giving our guys to where we're not focused or what it is the first inning, so we're not getting behind 3-0, 2-0, 4-0, 6-0 the first inning and battling back. Because when you do that, it gives yourself very, very few opportunities to mess up the last 8 innings, you know. And so we've got to figure out what it is we're doing or not doing that we're not coming out and playing better in the first inning of ball games.
Of course, and with that, you know, the very looking to figure out how to create or get out of that situation of having a thin margin of error. You go on your longest road trip of the season, Arkansas Monticello, a team that's been very good in this conference. They've got a winning record in conference play this year. How do you tackle that being the longest road trip of the season? Do you do anything differently?
We'll leave a little bit earlier on Thursday. We'll stop and practice on the way and try to get there and where we have some time to get our legs underneath us so we're not getting off the bus, going straight to bed, and then getting up and playing on Friday and Saturday. But, They're a very good ball club. They won the league regular season last year, ran away with it really, and they lost some guys, but they do. Coach Harvey does a great job. They're really offensive. They took 2 games from Northwestern this weekend, and the third game got rained out, and so we'll have our hands full. Definitely, we've got to play better than we have. Each week, you're going to have to play better. Everybody's getting better, but we got to worry about ourselves and not Arkansas Monticello. That's what I try to tell our guys. If we go do the things that we're capable of doing, we can play with anybody. But when we don't do those things, we let anybody play with us, And so I'm confident in our guys. We just got, like I said, if we can just figure out a way not to get off to a slow start and kind of get that thing going a little bit earlier, we'll be in a lot better shape.
Let's give you this opportunity to thank one of the baseball sponsors, if you will. I noticed the other day the lights in the covered hitting facility. I know that's a big advantage for you guys, and it's also a chance for me to tell people if you're driving by and the lights are on, no, nothing bad's going on, just guys hitting in the cage.
For sure. We've since I've been here, we've been blessed with some alumni to really come forward and help, starting with Tommy Julian, which the hitting facility is named after. And then we've been wanting to get some lights in there because it's a big facility and it gets dark, especially on overcast days like today. And so Brandon Beaver and Westside Family Dentistry are good friends of ours and my family, and they're big supporters of the baseball program. And he said, let's get some lights in there. What does it cost? And told him, and next week, he said, here it is, get some lights in there for those guys so we can get to hitting. So we're greatly appreciative of the generosity of all the alumni and friends of the program that have helped us improve our facilities to where they're at. We've still got a ways to go, and we're going to keep working at it till we get the best facilities in the GAC.
Of course, again, Zach Crabtree joining us for hitting the road to Monticello to take on the Boll Weevils this week. Coach, as always, appreciate the time. Look forward to your thoughts next week.
Thank you. And hey, congratulations to Coach Green and the Savage Storm men basketball team on a great season. Hopefully they'll keep this thing going and win 3 games this weekend and keep going. So
get me 5 days in Northwest Missouri, too.
For sure. Lucky you.
Zach Crabtree again, everyone. Coming up, more baseball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.